What's up everyone, Dapper here. We're back playing some more Marble World. Today we're going to be making a marble factory race with all of my subscribers as marbles. If you want the chance to be a marble in one of my upcoming races, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe with the bell notification, and finally leave a comment down below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get building. Alright guys, here we are. It is time to start building our factory marble race. And as always, we need to start off with a spawner. But before I do that, actually, I'm going to make a background. So let's go ahead and get this piece here. Hopefully that's straight. I think it is. And now we can make it as big as possible. That way this will be like our backdrop for the race. I'm gonna kind of make this one like a 2D race. We might go 3D at some point, but I just have this idea of how to use some gears in the beginning, and that's all I really got so far. So hopefully we can come up with some other cool ideas for this. But let's go ahead and give this a nice background so we would be able to see the marbles okay. And now it's time to get a marble spawner in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this one in just like so. Let's go ahead and rotate it the correct direction. And we're gonna bump this up to 180 marbles. I'm gonna do a couple of these. I wanna do a lot more than 180. I wanna do something like 1,000 like normal. So let's go ahead and copy paste this a couple times. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna make this a bit thinner. So I have an idea to use some kind of a marble mixer in the beginning. I might have already shown this in the intro, to be honest. But that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and make this marble mixer right now. Let's go ahead and get this painted as well. There we go. Something like that. That looks pretty good. All right, now it is time to make our marble mixer. So the way I like to do this is just to grab a piece like this. We can go ahead and copy it right away and basically make a pretty big circle. Something about that size I think will be good. And let's go ahead and start copy pasting it all the way around. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good, but I also need a marble releaser. So I think I'm gonna grab another spawner here. Let's go ahead and bring it down, and I'm gonna rotate it 180 degrees. And I'm gonna set this one to 0 because I just wanna use the gate. There we go, just like that. And then I think I can get rid of this piece here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this wider and taller as well. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go, we'll make it taller just like so. And now I can actually set it in a little bit, just like that, to kind of match the depth of our circle here. And I'll go ahead and make it wider like that. All right, I'm gonna paint the circle and just see if the marbles fit in here. Oh, that's right, I still need to copy paste this a bunch of times as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do like 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and spawn the marbles in here. And oh yeah, I forgot to kind of block this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a copy of this, and I'm gonna make it invisible. So we'll do that. All right, let's see how that works. Let's go ahead and spawn the marbles in now. And I'm gonna have to change the colors of those. I mean, I like the country marbles, but only when we're doing country races. So I think I'm gonna make these all colorful, but I just wanna make sure all the marbles fit in our circle here. So let's go ahead and speed it up. And wow, okay, so I think I need to remake this. We need to make it slightly bigger. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we go. I've remade the entire thing. I've changed the marble colors, and I've also added this this physics piece here to kind of mix the marbles up. And that looks pretty good. That's honestly perfect. So the marbles actually fill up this circle perfectly, and the mixer actually moves all the marbles around. So no matter when I let go, they should be randomized, which is pretty cool. The only thing I don't like is that it releases them slowly, but that might be okay. Hopefully our race can mix them up as well, but I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. All right, so now I'm killing my computer. Anyway, it's time to add more to this race, so let's get started. So I really like the construction site look of things, like a black and yellow. So I'm gonna try to make that for here. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I'm gonna make like a little pillar here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and copy paste this. And I'm gonna do something at like a 45-degree angle. And let's go ahead and change the size of this as well. That's good. You can paint these black as well. And now I can copy paste this all the way up and down. Actually, I'll do that first. I'll copy paste it and then I'll paint it yellow. How about that? And that looks pretty good. Now we can just copy paste this all the way up and down, and then we'll have a nice little pillar here. All right, so here is our pillar, which looks kind of cool. I want to do this on both sides. So let's go ahead and copy paste this to the other side as well. There we go. That looks pretty good so far. Now I think I'm gonna do some type of like some gears here. Some gears would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, that looks pretty cool. Now I'm just gonna copy paste a bunch of these. That way we can make it look good. I'll go ahead and put that in the opposite direction. And then we can do like another one down here. All right, so now I'm just gonna fill this in and kind of see what I can come up with here. All right, so I've been working on this for a little bit and it's looking pretty good. I added these like little knot gear motors. Otherwise, I found that the marbles always go the same direction. Like they would always come down here and then they would always come over here and spill down. But this kind of keeps them separated. Actually, all three of them keep them separated. So they're on both sides. Let's go ahead and test this now just to see how this works. So we'll get the marble mixer going just like so. Oh my gosh, that looks so satisfying and cool. Oh yeah, I've also added in all the names here as well for when we do the race later, but we're gonna turn those off for now. Let's go ahead and release the marbles and oh, that's right, I forgot to block it in. All right, there we go. The marbles are now blocked in. Let's go ahead and release them and see what happens. All right, so that's looking pretty good. All of them are kind of going back and forth because of that one piece there, which separates them pretty well. And hopefully, I think they'll all make it through here. Yeah, that's kind of, oh my gosh, that's so satisfying. I love the way that the gears just kind of move the marbles around slowly. So yeah, it's they're making their way through the factory, which is awesome. All right, so that works pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all the marbles and we are gonna continue this race. All right, so I think for this section, I'm gonna do a bunch of conveyors. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I got this one conveyor here. We put it at like a 5 speed, and I think I want to add it like a bunch. My idea here is to probably have the top row be faster, and I want to make some kind of mechanism here that like makes them drop. And it'd be interesting to have the like a bunch of lower conveyor sections down here, which will move slower. So the marbles, if they stay up top, they'll move through faster. And if they drop down, they will move slower. All right, so I've been working for a little bit, and here is the new section. I'm gonna go ahead and test it out now just to make sure it works. My computer is literally dying right now. All right, there we go. Come on, computer, speed up a little bit. Thank you. All right, the marbles are making their way down, and I just wanna make sure all the marbles make it through this like conveyor section. So I did what I was talking about. The top layer goes a bit faster than the bottom layer, but they eventually join up over here, and we're gonna kind of see that now. So here's the little mechanism I came up with. So it kind of like lets the marbles go down, and at the same time it pushes them and allows them to stay up top as well. And it looks like the marbles down here actually made it a bit quicker, which is interesting. I don't have this blocked in over here yet, but because I just want to make sure this works, but it's looking pretty good. I think we can move on to the next section now. All right, so for this next section, I think I might just catch the marbles here. And I'm thinking about maybe doing like a turbine section or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. So let's go into my shapes here and see if I can create like maybe a practice turbine. All right, so here's my turbine, which I think looks pretty cool, but now I need to make something that kind of catches the marbles. So I think I'm just gonna use like some of these pieces here. If I can get it orientated right, there we go. And then I'm just gonna like try to catch all the marbles down in here, just like that. And it'll kind of funnel them into this sort of section here. Now I need to grab my turbine. I think I'm just gonna leave this one here just so I can make it easy to copy and paste them over. And we'll do something like that. There we go, that looks pretty good. Now if I can just grab this once again, there we go. Now I think I'm gonna just start putting them next to each other, and then I'm gonna go back and like open up the sections in between. But I'm just gonna do like a little practice section here first. So let's put these next to each other like that. And there we go. Now I'm gonna open up the sections in between the turbines. So I think it'll be able to push the marbles in between those sections. I think I might need to change the directions of them. Like this one, I think needs to go the other way. So if they get trapped in here, it'll push them out. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do this whole area with a bunch of these. All right, there we go. The next section is complete. I think it looks awesome. Again, I did change the direction of most of them that are on the edges. So these ones all spin a different direction. That way it pushes the marbles along, and they actually all make their way down to this turbine here. So that's where I had all the marbles kind of empty out onto another conveyor. Now it's time to work on the next section, which I think I'm gonna do another conveyor section here. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. I just want some kind of machinery to like push on the track, I guess. I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to use these upward stairs here, and we're just going to make a few pieces that'll like go up and down and kind of push the marbles or like pack them in. All right, here we go. That looks pretty good. I made this conveyor go pretty fast because I'm scared the marbles are like going to clog up here possibly. But then I have these pushers here that'll kind of like maybe push them down into their slots and just kind of keep them all in like a uniform line, kind of like a factory normally would. Now, this next section, I'm not really sure what to do yet. I'm thinking maybe some kind of vacuum system at the end so that like it sucks up the marbles. That'd be kind of cool. I think I'm going to start working on that. I think I'm going to grab something like this. We can just copy paste it over. And then we can make some kind of like suction tube that'll pull all the marbles up. All right, so I've started making this tube, and I'm starting to think this might be a little too plain. It'd be kind of cool if they went into some kind of vacuum, and then maybe there's like an upside down plinko board that would have them kind of get jumbled up, and we can kind of make this vacuum section like an actual section that'll jumble up the marbles. So I think I'm gonna delete what I made, and we're gonna try again. All right, so I've been working on this for a while, and here it is. Here's the vacuum. It actually sucks up the marbles. I've got like these gravity pads that are not sitting where they're supposed to be right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and put those inside the conveyor here, and that'll actually let it suck up all these marbles, and then it'll go through this plinko board and then come out over here. It actually changes the direction of the gravity right here. And then we are going to go on to another section, which once again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's looking pretty good so far. I've done a couple test runs and it's actually pretty cool. So everything works. But now it's time to think of what I'm going to do for the next section here. All right, so I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I really like this this whole gear setup like we did in the beginning. I think I'm going to make something similar, but I'm going to pack the gears in maybe tighter so that they actually have to go through the gears a little bit differently than they do here. I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of gonna borrow some of these pillars here. We're gonna copy paste them over, and I'm gonna see if we can do something similar. All right, here we go. The next section is complete, and I'm actually liking it a lot. So it looks pretty simple. The marbles actually make their way down in this. I should actually just send them down. You know what? No, I'm gonna save that for the end of the race. I'm gonna do the tests off camera. Anyway, it's actually really cool because the marbles, they actually fall or follow along with the gears, but they have a chance to fall through. So it's almost like taking a shortcut. So it's kind of cool. All the marbles make it through here, and then I've got another conveyor that once again, I'm not really sure what's next, but we need to go back up. So I think I'm gonna use some conveyors to start bringing them upwards. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that now. All right, here we go. The next section is completed. I created like these kickers to kind of kick the marbles up so that way they can gain more altitude, and it kind of goes back and forth. And not only that, but the marbles will actually mix up by doing this as well, because I actually slowed them down. So this actually packs the marbles up, which is kind of cool. So it brings all the marbles back to the top. And then from here, I think I'm gonna do one final section. And I've been thinking about this for a little bit. I think I'm gonna do a grinder. So all the marbles will fall in a final grinder. They'll grind them all up, and then they will head towards the finish. I like these sections a lot. I think I'm just gonna grab one of these pillars once again and just kind of use that. So I got the pillar here. I'm gonna bring it over. I think I'm gonna just make like a funnel in the beginning, like right like that, and then I can copy paste another one and do the same thing. And then in the center of this entire thing, we'll do a bunch of like spinning physics pieces. I think that'd be kind of cool to kind of like grind up the marbles here at the end. Anyway, back to building. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the race is finally complete. A few hours later, starting with the beginning, it has all been tested, everything works. But here is our gear section, which goes into the conveyors, down to the turbine section. Hold on, let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Then we got the conveyor section down here again. It gets sucked up into a vacuum, into another gear section, which then brings it towards a, I don't know, conveyor kicker section. I'm not really sure, but it brings the marbles back up to the top. And finally, the finale. Here is a crazy grinder that I have made with a ton of physics pieces that just spin and kind of shoot the marbles all over the place. And then I ended it with a gear section just because I love the gears so much. And then it leads down into conveyor, which all the marbles will then line up down this entire ramp so that way you can see all the names, who finished first, who finished last, all of that. Anyway, we are about to get this race underway. I'm actually really excited for this one. So let's go over here to the beginning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get this race underway. We are now spawning in all of the marbles. You can see them all go in. It's just so satisfying to watch this thing fill up and actually just kick these marbles around. Anyway, this will determine the entire race here whenever I hit the start button. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for. The ultimate factory race has begun. Am I calling it the ultimate factory race now? I don't know. Anyway, the race is now underway. I'm not really sure if I should do marble names during the race or after. I mean, it's really satisfying to see both. So like just watching the marbles alone, or the marble names kind of get in the way when you try to watch them. I don't know, maybe I'll turn it on at the end. But anyway, the race is now going and we are now watching the marbles. We got a ton of marbles taking the fast track up here, which is pretty cool. So these whatever marbles can stay on here will be the leading marbles for a little bit anyway, until the other marbles behind have a chance to catch up. But it looks like we have a little pack here that made it out front, and we got tons of marbles that are just kind of falling down. Oh, look at this buildup back here. That's crazy. So a lot of them are falling down, and a lot of them are actually staying up top on the fast track. Anyway, let's make our way up to the front of the race, because I know a lot of marbles are already making their way down to the turbines, and we can see them kind of flooding in now. This is really cool. I love that the factory is bringing each marble to the next section. Anyway, who is in the lead? I have no idea, to be honest. Probably one of these marbles in this area here, but we're just gonna have to see, because the marbles are gonna have to catch up, and we'll have to see who makes it up front. I do know whatever marble makes it to this section first is the last section that leaves, and it looks like we might get lava and a, what is that? I never know what to call that thing. Is that like a honeycomb marble? Anyway, lava and honeycomb are now up front, and as all the marbles try to make their way through, the conveyor is making its way down. I probably should have made this slower, but at the same time, I don't think I could have. That's right, I couldn't, because of the build up back here. But anyway, the marbles are now making their way into the vacuum, which is now vacuuming up the marbles, and they're going through this upside down Plinko board. It looks like lava's still in the lead. Oh, maybe it has been taken over by honeycomb, followed by a black marble there. Who is going to win this race? As you guys know, anything can happen. Moving on to the gear section. You know what? Yeah, this section right here is probably my favorite. Again, let me know down in the comments below what section is your favorite in this race. But anyway, this is so cool because a lot of the marbles can actually take a shortcut here. So be sure to watch these centerpieces. Look at that. Lava has taken the shortcut and is now down a level while all the other marbles try to catch up. Is it going to do it again? It does not, but this sky blue marble does. See, I love that. I love that they can take a shortcut. Look, black is trying to take a shortcut as well, and is trying to catch up with sky blue, but sky blue is just going on to the next section. Holy cow. Sky blue has a crazy lead here. Is it going to skip through again? I don't think so. Black marble could possibly do it, and maybe it will. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was super, super close. I don't think it did it though. Yellow trying to do the same thing. Yellow actually does succeed, and yellow, I think, is now leading this race, unless sky blue can get another shortcut, which it does. Oh, but yellow's like, no, we're taking shortcuts all day over here. Look at that. Who is going to win this race? Gosh, I love this section. I love that there's like the shortcuts that go through the gears. Anyway, I think yellow is now leading. Let's go ahead and go up here and see how many marbles are up. Oh my gosh, look at that. So satisfying to watch all the marbles just make their way through the gears. Yeah, by far, this is definitely my favorite. I love making marble gears in this game. Anyway, let's go back to the bottom and see if any of the marbles have made it through yet. Not yet. Blue and sky blue and yellow still battling out. Yellow does take another shortcut here. Absolutely insane. But grass comes out of nowhere. Takes the lead. Let's go ahead and follow along with the grass marble. Yellow trying to catch up. almost, oh my gosh, I can't talk, almost shoots into the same exact conveyor belt as the grass color. What is going to happen here? Are they going to take the same one? They are now into the same conveyor. That is actually insane. All right, so we are on to the section where the conveyors lead up. Now these conveyors here are actually slower. So they're actually, I guess, designed to condense the marbles. As you can see, all of these marbles have now caught up, and it's probably going to get even more packed as the conveyors are moving a lot slower than all of the other components of this race. So anyway, we're now following along with the leaders here. Let's go down and take a look. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so cool. I love seeing all the marbles in the gear section. Anyway, while we're waiting, they are reaching the next section here. I'm going to go ahead and wait and see what happens. So yellow is taking the first jump. What happened? Oh, grass almost makes it into the same hole as yellow, but fails and actually falls back one. Holy cow, what a race. Wow, these marbles are actually super backed up. So yeah, this tends to happen when you have over 1,000 marbles racing on a 2D track. But luckily this race can be different every single time with the jumbler at the beginning. But anyway, the marbles are now just kind of condensing up. Here's what I meant by the condensing. Look at this conveyor right here. It's so packed with marbles, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I tried to design this so that the marbles will all kind of catch up with each other. But anyway, it looks like, oh, these are actually pretty spread out right now. I guess it's not condensing them enough because grass is now in the lead in front of yellow. Man, these marbles are battling it out for first. You know what? I think I am going to speed up the time a little bit here. These conveyors are taking a little bit longer than I expected, but that's fine. We can just speed up the time here. Actually put it back to normal, that is. Oh, yellow takes the lead with the honeycomb marble. Lava is still in this race too, trying to catch up. We got a couple more jump sections here. We got 2 more left, and most of the marbles are now making their way through the gears section, and they are mostly all on the conveyor. Oh my gosh, what a buildup. What a buildup down there. That's insane. Anyway, back up front, looks like we have yellow followed by honeycomb. Honeycomb is so hard to roll off the tongue. Anyway, oh my gosh, they almost changed positions right there. Anyway, they're making their way to the last marble yeeter. I guess this is a marble yeeter now. Anyway, yellow goes down, gets yeeted. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, they all took different little holes there. Very interesting. Anyway, we are now making our way to the final section. You could be looking at one of our winners now. Who is going to win this race? We're about to find out. I'm curious. Let's see what the names are here, just to see. I have 2 names is up front. Let's see what happens going through the grinder. Oh, I forgot how fast this thing is moving down, going down to the gears down here. Grass is trying to keep this lead or take the lead. Now has pretty strong lead. Yellow has fallen behind. What the heck is happening here? Can they get through the gears? Oh, look at that. Look at that. The plasma green takes a shortcut, is now the leading marble. What is going to happen here? Oh, there's lava. Lava has come back, and look at that. Plasma green has won this race, and we're going to check out what the name is here in a little bit. I'm actually going to go back and kind of check out all the marbles going through this grinder just because it goes so fast. Look at this. Oh, man, I love this grinder so much. Look at the way it just kind of chews out the marbles and then spits them down here. Super awesome. Anyway, what I want to do now, actually, a little different than what we've done before. I want to check out the marble in last place. So what's going to be our last place marble here? It looks like they're all fighting for it. They're all fighting to get on this I want to call it an elevator, an escalator. What is, you know what, we'll just call it an escalator. That's what it's called. Anyway, conveyor belt, that's what I'm going for. Anyway, we're gonna see who's in last place, and we're gonna see if we can get like an underdog story here. Oh, look at this. All right, so green is now in last place. Oh my gosh, they just keep changing positions. What is happening up there, guys? Anyway, blue is now in last place. Oh wait, this is like more of a metal, isn't it? All right, metal blue is in last place, and I want to see if there's some kind of underdog story here. Can this marble, oh my gosh, what is it? Can Astro stay out of last place? We're gonna find out. I just want to follow along and see what happens here. Will this marble come in last place, or will they be able to change positions? We're gonna find out. Oh my gosh, trying to catch up as much as they can. And holy cow, we are coming down to what we got, 3 more jumps left here, and then the entire grinder. What happened to purple? Purple kind of fell down too. Very interesting. Let's see if Astro can have an underdog story, a comeback. Will Astro be in last place, or will Astro be able to come back? I'm also waiting for all the marbles to kind of make their way through, because we are going to be doing credits at the end of this race. The credits, we're going to roll them. We're going to see all the marbles and all the positions that they're in. A ton of marbles are actually over here in this gear section now too. Just want to check that out for a second. Look how satisfying that is. I love it. It's so good. Oh my gosh, this was such a fun build. I had a lot of fun with this one. Definitely let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this build and what you want me to do in the future. But anyway, let's catch up with Astro. Astro's no longer in the last place. Look at that. We got an underdog story here, but unfortunately, somebody had to take the place of Astro, and I guess we're now following along with Purple. Can Purple catch back up? I guess we'll see at the very end in the credits, but let's make our way back over to this grinder. Man, this grinder is awesome. I love the way that it looks, and it's pretty awesome. But anyway, all the marbles are here in the gear section. We are almost completely done. Almost all of the marbles have made it through the entire factory, which is insane. And I've never actually tested this. I hope there's enough space for all of the marbles here. But anyway, we are at the last one right here. Purple following along. Astro still in second to last here. Will they be able to get the shortcut here? They do not get the shortcut, so it looks like we're just waiting on Purple now. Holy cow, what a race. All right, now it is time to go see the winners of this race, and we're gonna see who made it in first, and we're actually gonna see all the names on the screen here now. All right, here we go. All right, so we know Plasma won. I was gonna say we're not gonna be able to tell who won because these marbles are right next to each other. But anyway, here we go. This is the credits. I'm rolling them now. We're about to see all the names on the screen. Holy cow, what a race. Again, if you want to be a marble in one of my upcoming videos, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe with the bell notification, and finally leave a comment down below, and you too could be a marble on my screen right now. But what an insane race that was. 1,080 marbles, and you're about to see them all on the screen. Anyway, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for your subscribes. Thanks you for your comments. If you have any ideas for me to do in the future, definitely let me know down below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.